Welcome to Buttercup Creations. Hi everyone, I'm Danita. Today I want to show you how to make a vanilla shake in this shake glass, okay? So I'm going to make a vanilla shake, but you can make a chocolate or a strawberry, whatever you like. So I'm going to point you down at the table and let's get going, okay? Thank you. Okay, I put some DAP lightweight spackling in this bowl here. Just enough, you know, just what I need here. And I'm also going to put a little bit of paint. You want something with a little bit of a yellow base. So this right here is from Craft Smart. This is called vanilla. You know, vanilla isn't exactly all white. It's got a little bit of a base, yellow base to it. And this one here is decor. It's buttermilk. So I don't think it's that dark. But since this says vanilla, I'm going to go with this color. You can see what color it is on the bottom. It's just, well, I'll show you here. See, I think you can tell the difference there. This was a clean bowl before I put this in here, so none of this is old, so you should be able to tell there. I think that's the color of vanilla. It's just got to be a little different than the white, because when you put the whipped topping on, you don't want to mix in white on, you don't want to mix in the white caulking on top of the white vanilla shake. You want it to be different. Okay, I'm going to put this on the inside of the glass. I've already cleaned my glass really good, but this isn't going to help. I can always wipe off the outside of the glass when I get done. Now, this is a shake glass. I bought a set of these on Amazon because I was selling a lot of these last year. But I think this is the last one I got left. But I also do pick them up at yard sales and thrift stores, Salvation Armies, whenever I see them. So what you want to do is go all the way to the bottom, and basically you want to paint the inside of the glass. Now, I have before painted the glass when I was doing a tutorial and went straight into making the whole shake. You know, filling it up, doing the dummy thing and all that. But this is nighttime right now, and I'm going to wait until tomorrow until this is dry, or the next day, probably tomorrow, until this is dry before I do the topping. I probably just want to use something flat where you can go down in there and run it around. You want it to be solid on the sides, so it looks like the shake is filled up. You don't want to fill this whole thing up because spackle is expensive, and that would just be a waste of money and product. Money is product, product is money. So just make sure everything on the inside is covered really good. I'm making a mess today. And after you do that, you just set it to the side. You only want to fill it up as far as you need it. Like, I don't need it all the way to the top. I don't know why I did that. Well, I was struggling first, so I do know why I did that, but I can wipe that off in a minute. You want to get way down in there. Make sure you're looking on the outside as well as on the inside. Like, I've missed some spots there. Because each time you go back down in there with a stick, it pulls some up. Okay, this side looks good here. And also hold it up to the light. With this light I have on here, this ring light, I can see through this glass and in the holes. Like, I can see there's a hole there, but you probably can't see that. Let me see if you can. Well, I can, but you'll be able to as well. If you just hold it up to the light, you'll be able to see any holes that you missed. Now the inside looks pretty good. Oh, yeah, if you hold it up to the light, you'll be able to see from the inside out what you missed. I think every time you go down with this stick, it picks up some that you don't think it's making a hole, but it does. Oh my goodness. It's like every time I go down with the stick, it picks some up. Now, if there's bubbles like this inside the glass, I think that makes it look more like a shake. I don't know if you can see that bubble there, but that's kind of like a big one. It's kind of moving around inside the glass. So, okay, now that's more natural. That's little bubbles. That's a few bump. That's a few bump. There we go. That's a few in a row. Okay, it looks like, see, there's some bubbles. I think that looks good. I think that looks natural. Let me take this off the edge here. And I'm gonna go down a little ways because I want the, see, that's thick on there. I didn't realize it was so thick, but that's how it had to be in order to get it all in there. And now you can take your baby wipes, your paper towels, or whatever you want to use, and go around the inside of the glass so it will be clean. You want it to dry clean. Okay, now that I'm finished with that, I'm just going to let it sit for about 36 hours. I'll see you in the morning. Now, this has been over 24 hours. It's been about 36 hours, so it's good and firm. So now we can finish up our shake. The next thing we're going to do is put a toilet paper roll down in there. This is going to be kind of tight. I may cut it. But you don't have to worry about it touching the sides because the inside is hard now. It's not soft. So you just put it down in there to where you want it to stand. I thought it would go to the bottom, but it didn't. So we're going to cut some of this off. Okay. Looks awful thin in the bottom. Oh no, that's why. Okay, so let me tell you what happened. The bottom of this was dry. It is dry. Well, it was dry. And where it was so dry, when I put this in there, it just totally scraped the edges. So I went back with some of my milkshake mix here and put down there. And so now I'm going to try to put this in there again. Just leave it folded up maybe. And set it in the bottom. Hopefully it don't come through to the edges. If it does, I'll have to fix it after I get it in there really good. Okay, it is scraping right there. It's not always going to turn out the first time. Many times it don't actually. Trial and error. Let me just put a bunch of this in the bottom. No, that ain't going to help neither. It will still scrape the sides. I could probably just put a piece of cardboard right there, but I like to put something in there just to make sure it's secure. Like an insurance, you know, to make sure that it's not going to come off. You know, come unglued or whatever, but I may not even need to glue it. Okay, let me put all this. Okay, let me see. I'm going to use the end of this because I need to get right down in there in those fine points. You can probably even see where it's messed up in there. You see that? Yeah, you can see it. There's quite a bit down in there. There's enough in there to cover it. It's not that. I think I'm just going to get a piece of cardboard, a bigger piece of cardboard, and put it in the top of this milkshake. Okay, I've done the best that I can with this and filled it and filled in the sides. And if you see, you can see the bubbles here. And that's good. I like that. That's because the milkshake does have bubbles. So I can't stick this toilet paper thing in there because when I do, it just squishes up. So what I'm going to have to do is just make a top for that. So just cut out a little square and then start trimming it down. So what I can do is go ahead and put in a round of the topping. Of course, it don't want to come out. There we go. Okay. Okay, so now what we want to do is put on a round of the topping mix. Kind of thick. I think that'll be good. I mean, let me cut out a circle. Okay, what I'm going to put it, I'm going to just push it down there because I know there's a ledge there and it's pushed down enough and now it won't go down any further. And it still looks good from the side. I mean, you can't see the cardboard on the sides, on the edges there. So that's perfect. So when I put the whipped topping on top, it's going to look good. Now let me finish squeezing some whipped topping in there. Okay, this is the whipped topping I'm going to use. Whipped topping in quotation marks, of course. It's fast and final, lightweight spackling. You have to use the lightweight or it will not work. It will be too heavy and too firm. You just won't be able to use it. So the fast and final lightweight spackle, or you can use Red Devil lightweight spackling. I'm going to fill this up. This is how I fill mine up. I've got one of these. I believe this is called a piping bag holder. You put it down in there, you put the tip down in there, and then you just fill it up. Now, sometimes people put paint in their spackling, but no more than I need. I'm just needing the whipped topping. You know, they may still go ahead and put the white paint in there with the spackling, but I'm not going to do that. It's okay for it to look whipped to me. I don't want to put more than I need in here because it gets hard sometimes. Well, at least the tip gets hard and I just don't want it to go to waste. So I'd rather use as little as I need to in this so I don't have to put it up later. Now I put my foot on this to press it down to make sure it's closed really good, because if it's not, it starts drying out. Now this right here is ready to go. Just have to push it down in there. Well, I could have pushed it down in there more, I guess, on the inside, but let me go from here. Now it's at the end. So I'm going to finish my twirling here. And there we go. And that is my whipped topping. I don't want more than that because you wouldn't put more than that in a shake. I think that's plenty. I just want a plain vanilla shake. That's all I'm looking for. Now I'm going to get a straw and put in the top. Okay, now I have my pink straw. And I can push it in there pretty far, but I really don't need much of it. So I can use this 2 or 3 times if I cut it in the right spot. But I'll just use it twice. You figure out where you want it, where your front is, and then just put it in there and make it look like it is your homemade or store-bought vanilla shake. I think if you was to serve that to someone, someone would think this is a vanilla shake. Yeah, I think they would. It looks really good. I'll take pictures of it and show it to you, not with me holding it, okay? Thank you for watching. I appreciate you all. Please subscribe to my channel and like the video. That helps me so much. And please make sure you give me a comment. Comment about what you think about this. Would you like to see other shakes? Strawberry, chocolate? I'm not sure. Whatever you want, just let me know. Y'all have a great day. See you soon. Bye-bye. We also can't forget the cherry on top, which I almost forgot. Whoops. I'll probably need to put a little bit of glue there. Maybe not. But anyways, I'll take a good picture of it and show it to you. Never forget the cherry on top.